Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows, Style, and Spirit. I am Ebony, and I want to talk about Kenya Moore's latest YouTube live. She definitely shared a lot of information and spilled tea about season 17. Now, before we get into all of the details, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on these sound bites are allowed. Okay, so Kenya Moore gave her commentary on part two of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion for season Sweet 16. And she was trying to answer her subscribers' questions, but there were so many people in her chat, and the chat was moving fast. She even said she's not a technical person, so she was not able to slow it down. And this live was not a huge production. It was just Kenya Moore and her phone. She actually did have clients getting their hair done downstairs in her beautiful salon. So she went upstairs to her office, kicked Brooklyn out, and then that's when she started talking about the reunion. And of course, there was like that one person in the chat who asked a really ridiculous question. The one time that Kenya did notice a comment going, and they said, Kenya is on YouTube. And they were in her chat on YouTube. So then she gets confused. She gets distracted. She's like, am I on YouTube? She's like, Brooklyn, go ask the people downstairs to check and see if I'm on YouTube or Instagram. So then, that was about a minute. And then she notices a question about why did Porsha say that you got the information on Brit from Drew? And here is what she had to say to that.
I wanted to clear up. I did not get any information that was shared from Drew. I did not get any information that was shared from any housewife. I did not get any information shared from any friend of the housewives. That is a complete lie. And when I first heard that rumor when I think Porsha was doing a live or she was doing YouTube or something, and she said that, a current housewife had given me, sorry, I'm just trying to turn this light up a little bit because I'm behind this light. She said that one of the housewives, I don't like that. Okay, one little tan. All right. She had said, Porsha said that one of the current housewives had given her, look at this. Y'all, I'm a mess right now. I'm just pressing buttons. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to try to take this off. Okay. Learn something new every day. I'm not a technical person. So I'm learning, anyway. So when I saw that Porsha said that on her YouTube live in teasing that a current housewife had given me the information, they did not. I actually called Porsha and I was like, Porsha, why are you saying that? She was like, no, you did. You told me you got it from Drew. I was like, first of all, I never told you that. I would never tell you that. In fact, I told the world where I got the information from. It was from an investigation. And I have never once in my life said that I got the information from any person that is known on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it was just very bizarre. I found the whole thing to be very bizarre. And she was fighting me on the phone for like a good 25 minutes saying that that I did say it to her. I was like, I would have no reason to say it to you because it's completely false and untrue. And the one thing I just thought I was in an alternate universe talking to her because I was like, girl, I have never said that to you. The one thing that you don't have to remember is the truth. If you always tell the truth, you don't have to remember lies. I never said it. I always tell the truth. I never said it. If I say something about someone, I have factual information. 99.999% of the time.
Okay, so she said, Kenya Moore clarified again, what she said previously, that the information that she got on Britt Edie, previously working as a webcam girl, Kenya got that from a private investigator. And Porsha made a YouTube video when she first launched her YouTube channel saying that a housewife who's currently a part of the cast gave Kenya Moore that information. And then she revealed it at the reunion as Drew Sidora. Now, what I don't think Drew should have done was just like not deny it. She did not deny it in the reunion episode. She didn't say, I did not give Kenya Moore any information on Brit. She basically had some sort of comeback, but she wasn't explicit in saying, no, I did not do that. So I don't know why she didn't do that. But a lot of people feel like several ladies at that reunion were lying. And I think because Kenya Moore wasn't there, she wasn't there for the majority of the season, just the first like 5 episodes, and she wasn't at the reunion. It made it very easy to create this story. I don't think Drew gave her information on Britt Edie because Drew and Britt do not have a past. And if you notice, it was a couple of different stories out there. So Porsha insinuated that a housewife gave Kenya that information on Britt Edie's past. And then allegedly, Britt said that Ming Lee gave the information to Kenya because Kenya and Ming are friends, and Ming and Britt, they don't really see it for each other because they both dated Rick Ross, and I think there was some overlapping with that. And you know how overlapping can be when it comes to dating. So Kenya, in this live that she did today, she made it a point to say, no housewife has given me information on Britt Edie. No friend of mine or friend of any other housewife cast member gave me the information as well. She was very clear about that. And I do believe Kenya. So I think that Porsha, a part of her storyline beef with Drew, she wanted to put that out there. And then she didn't say a name. And then she revealed it at the reunion to try and also make the reunion be a little spicy. Now, Kenya went on to talk about Kelly Farrell. She said that when she did film scenes with her in the first month of season 16 that we saw, she said she was really drawn to Kelly because Kelly is a nice person. And she said that they are kindred spirits. And she feels like Kelly has all of the ingredients to make a great housewife. So I thought that that was nice. Hopefully, we'll see them continue to bond. Now, then she talked about Cynthia Bailey. And if you may have seen some clips that came out this week of Cynthia interviewing with some podcasters, and Cynthia said that she is tired of people asking her about Kenya. And at the reunion, she also revealed that Kenya is not returning any of her calls. Well, Kenya talked about Cynthia in this YouTube live, and basically she said Cynthia is not keeping it real.
Cynthia, I'm going to be very truthful right now. The reason first of all, she's not telling the truth about the timeline of, well, she's mistaken. I don't want to just say she's not lying. I did reach out to and chatted with her via text messages the day after my salon event. I'm not upset with her for speaking her mind. I think she could have handled it differently, but that's not the reason I have not been speaking to her. I thought Cynthia was my writer, one of my best friends, my confidant, someone that I really love and trusted as a sister. We have been through our ups and downs, our lefts, our rights, whatever. But at the end of the day, I thought she was someone that I would always be able to trust. That's not true. There were some private things that I told her, shared with her, and texted her that she shared with someone else. You're on YouTube. Okay, thank you. That she shared with someone else. And that really gutted me because in this world of housewives, and you meet people, you form these relationships. Some are because they're work people. They're cast members that you work with, and some they become really a part of your village. I trusted her with my daughter. I trusted her with my secrets. I trusted her with a lot of things. And trust me when I tell you this, I have kept her most private moments, her most private secrets to myself, and have never and will never disclose any private information, specifically, speaking about intimate conversations that we've had, or text messages that we've had where I'm explaining something in a very intimate way. And I know that she betrayed my trust. And I won't tell you, specifically the people, the why. I know the why. And the why was not for my best interest. It was for hers. And so all this, oh, I haven't spoken to Kenya, all this stuff. Please, just at this point, just please stop talking about me. You know, you can stand on your own. You can say whatever you want to say, but please, I'm just saying, please stop talking about me. What you're saying is not true. And, I just don't want that nonsense in my life anymore. I want genuine people who really are on my team, even if that comes down to two people. And one of those people is Brooklyn Daly. I'm okay with that. I think I know who my writers are. And, honestly, she's just not one.
Okay, so Kenya seems genuinely hurt by Cynthia. She said that she does not trust Cynthia and that she told some very personal things with Cynthia Bailey, and allegedly and unfortunately, Cynthia shared those with someone. And she said that Cynthia shared her business because it was in Cynthia's best interest. So I am wondering, I'm curious, like, who is this person? A part of me thought that it could have been someone on a production level for the show, and maybe Cynthia dropped a dime to secure her friend spot on the show. And then I thought, if it wasn't someone on a production level for the show, did she share something with like a Porsha or Brit? That was personal of Kenya's. And then I'm curious as to how it made its way back to Kenya. So it also thinking the way that Kenya found out about it, I'm convinced that she may have told someone on a production level, and it somehow made its way back to Kenya. Whoever let Kenya know, like, look, Cynthia ain't your friend. I know Kenya appreciates that person, but oh my gosh, I don't even have to know what it is that Cynthia shared because it's personal. It's personal to Kenya. But dang, Cynthia, I wonder what it is. So now, if any other podcasters interview Cynthia, I wouldn't want them to just say, how do you feel about Kenya not returning your calls? I would want them to reference this latest YouTube live where Kenya says that she shared something personal about Kenya to someone else. Because Kenya is basically saying Cynthia ain't keeping it real when at the reunion she said Kenya's not returning her calls. Cynthia presented that to us as if it's solely over her not agreeing with the poster boards at her hair spa event. But Kenya is saying pretty much, no, it ain't that, it's this. So if any other podcasters interview Cynthia and ask about Kenya, they have to really specify and really curate that question, because I will want them to reference this YouTube live. Now, after that, Kenya Moore did say that she had to give credit to Porsha because it got back to Kenya that at some point during the filming of the reunion, Porsha let Andy Cohen know that she did not agree with how the Bravo network handled the situation between Britt Eady and Kenya. And so she said that she did appreciate that. She was asked would she do another reality TV show, and Kenya Moore said no because she said that she is really private And if it was up to her, she would almost be like a recluse, live a reclusive life. So I thought that was interesting. She said, I don't post often. I thought it was because she wasn't like tech savvy, but she said that she's actually private. So now let's talk season 17. I was like, oh my gosh, Christmas came early. Thank you, Miss Kenya Moore, for this information. So Kenya said that two new housewives are being added to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She said one is a restaurateur, okay, and the other is a singer from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Oh my gosh, is it K Michelle, y'all? I thought K Michelle moved to California because remember we've seen her on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Did she move back to Atlanta? I was thinking like, is it K Michelle or because it's not light skinned Keisha, she raps. So, because I remember that was a rumor. Remember that was a rumor a couple years ago that light skinned Keisha was asked to be on RHOA, but Kenya's used the word singer. She didn't say rapper. She used the word singer. I wonder, is it K Michelle? And they start filming in 2 weeks. Kenya said that Drew Sidora is coming back to RHOA. She said Angela Oakley and Porsha Williams are coming back to RHOA. We know Phaedra revealed in an interview recently that she was coming back. And Kenya said that so far, she is not a part of the cast. So, with her saying that two new housewives are being added, I was like, okay, so they're replacing Britt Edie and Kenya. I am saddened to hear that Kenya, so far right now, is not a part of the show. They still don't film for another 2 weeks. Kenya said that they did have some discussions, but she said so far as of right now, she is not coming back to the show. And I bet Bravo is doing that just to CYA cover their behinds in the event that Britt Edie carries out the intent to sue. We know that she presented Bravo with intent to sue documentation. So I bet they don't want to look like if she tries to say that, this lady put out these poster boards saying that it was me, that was a form of actual harassment, etc. She doesn't, Bravo wouldn't want to look like they continue to hire the alleged perpetrator. And that's like you see that in corporate. Like if you say someone said something inappropriate to you, like they move them. They at minimum do that. I've seen both. I've experienced where the guy was moved to another sales team. And when, a white woman reported actual harassment from a married man, he was let go. I've seen both scenarios. So I could see why Bravo wouldn't bring Kenya back for season 17. Hopefully she will be back at some point. But Kenya, thank you for that interesting tea on season 17. You all let me know in the comments, who do you think from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is joining the cast of The Real Housewives of Atlanta? And Kenya said she did not know if Shamia is not coming back. She said she did not know that. But she said Drew and Angela and Porsha are returning. We know Phaedra is returning. And we're getting two new housewives. What do you all think about what she said about Cynthia? Yikes, Cynthia. And why betray Kenya? I thought they were girls. But I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you all are having a great weekend. I'm having a very chill, lazy Saturday. I've been in the crib and it feels good because the last 2 Saturdays I was like up and out of the house. Like in the morning I had places to go. Like I got my hair done a couple weeks ago. So when you have a Saturday where you don't have an AM appointment, it does feel good. So I've had like some ginger tea and some pomegranate green tea, and I fixed breakfast. Then I washed up the dishes. I did have like a bowl of cherries and like a mini cucumber. I like to buy like a bag of those organic cucumbers and a couple of sweet peppers. So I got the fruit and the veggies in, and I had like the tater tots for breakfast. So I've done that, and now I'm going to create content. One of my favorite things to do. Oh, and I saw the Fantastic Four last night after I made the video about the lovely Melody Cherie. I went out to the movies. It was packed and it was so good. And if you go see it, be patient because there's not one but two post credit scenes. So you get one that's kind of immediate at the end, and then you have to wait for the credits to get the second post scene. So you are welcome. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye.